Hey my friends, today we'll be talking about signs that you're already on fifth dimensional Earth. So when we're talking about fifth dimensional Earth, it sounds like it's a whole another planet. It's like a new physical planet, or however we like to imagine that, but the truth is that it's a shift in paradigm, a shift in perception, how we see the world, how we see the universe, how we look on everything, and how we see ourselves as a part of it. We can see that right now, if we look around ourselves, most people are looking life a certain way. And most of those people are looking life similar way, the same as they have been programmed, as we all have been programmed since we were little. But a fifth dimensional Earth is when we consciously choose to change that perception, to see what can be a greater connection, that we're all part of it, to see how we are actually connected to everything, and how can we improve the system so more people can feel that connection, so we can actually evolve to a greater level of being. And we become more connected with nature, so we can start treating it better, and we can receive that treatment of nature as well as a healing energy. So many of us are already feeling those changes. And what are the 10 signs that you can recognize in your life that you're already on that fifth dimensional Earth? Before we go into it, I want to read to you a poem that I wrote a few days ago, and it's a short and easygoing poem, and it goes that way. Searching the peace of my inner peace while looking the space inside the space. My mentality losing the sense of duality, one equal to everything my soul now speaks. Understand this universal language, love frequency higher than average, seeking this inner beauty, I feel so alive. So many of us can relate today to that, feeling alive. So the fifth dimensional Earth is all about feeling alive. If we look around us, we can see many people are doing things, but they are not feeling alive. If you feel alive, all you want to do is to share that aliveness with others, so we can lift others up. But we also understand that people will raise when they choose to raise. So we are not forcing people to get up, to wake up. We are doing our thing, and people that choose to connect with us will connect with us. But we don't care. All we are doing is raising that love vibration. We are walking the path of the soul, and that's it. The fifth dimensional Earth is consciousness, it's awareness, a state of consciousness, where we understand that each of us is a leader of your life. You're a leader of your life, so it's time to lead your way. And when you become your own leader, you're not waiting somebody else to show you the right path. You're not waiting somebody else to give you the right sign that now we can do it. Now it's the perfect time. You are leading your way because you know that you are divine, and you feel that divine within you, and you feel the guidance of that divine within you. So what are 10 signs that you can recognize in your life that you are already on that fifth dimensional Earth? The first sign is that your needs are more heart-based. So you're not choosing things with your mind or ego anymore. You're choosing everything with your heart. So many times your mind can start wondering why you're doing that. Oh, it will not work. Maybe you're triggering the fears and the anger and whatever, but your heart is showing the way. Sometimes it's hard to understand it through analytical perception, but heart always knows, and you always trust your heart, so you do what feels right for you. If all your needs are heart-based, it means that you're on that fifth dimensional Earth already. You are doing a great thing. Awakening that heart energy can touch others as well, and we will talk later about it. The second sign that you're already on fifth dimensional earth is that you're judging less and accepting more. So judging is separating us, and accepting is connecting us. This is truly powerful because once we stop judging, we see divine in everyone. We see beauty in everyone, and we understand that people are just going through things. We understand that a person which was mean to us, that person is just going through something. And because they don't know how to deal with that certain tension within their bodies, they've just put it into us or just expressed it because they don't know how to deal with it. And if we understand it with a great level of compassion, it's all okay. We will accept them as they are. So if you're accepting more and judging less, it means that you're already on that great level of fifth dimensional earth. On fifth dimensional earth, we accept everything the way it is, but we also understand that there's a space of improvement. There's always a space that things can be improved. So that's why we see a divine in everything. We see a divine potential in everyone. And once we see that divine potential in everyone, we know that they will get to it, with our help or without our help. As soul is seeking to evolve itself, soul will experience its own evolution, but maybe not in this lifetime, we will see. So our job is not to force anything, but rather to shine your light. So shine your light, my friends, with a great level of compassion and acceptance. Third sign is that you trust the process of life, and you know that everything is already done. If there is a quantum field in which everything is already created, you already know that it is already done. You just need to get there. And if you want to get there, you need to trust the process that everything will work for you. And that's the difference between you and most of other people. Most of other people are waiting that things will change in their life so they can feel a certain way. But you elevate your state as it has already happened, so you can feel that trust in the process. And if you look around you right now and see how many things have already happened that way, that you've believed into it, you've trusted the process, and it happened, and you say, oh, I've manifested it. And that's the thing. Once we trust the process, everything is working for us. Like, there's a magic behind everything. And once we choose to do something, even if we are afraid of it, even if we say, well, I don't have enough money to do that, I don't have enough of support to do that, our heart is guiding us. We will always feel that there's a great level of connection between me and that future reality. And if I will trust that process, everything will work for me, and eventually everything will work for you, like it is all the time. And suddenly you manifest it and you say, well, I saw it before. So this is a great process. If you trust it, and if you know that everything is already done, you just need to experience it, it means that you're already on that fifth dimensional consciousness. You're also not thinking so much about time anymore, when it will happen, because you trust that it will happen at the right possible time. All you care about is that you're elevating yourself, you're working on yourself, and you're taking action towards it. So you're not staying, at doing nothing. You're constantly working on it to improve yourself and to improve things around yourself. The fourth sign is that you're not separating matter from energy anymore. You understand that everything is energy. Prana life force, which is moving through us, which is giving us life, if there is a source of energy which is giving life to everything, soul is an extension of that source, which is still energy. If soul wants to experience life, it needs physical body, which is still energy, but just on lower vibrations, so it becomes more matter than energy. When soul has manifested a physical body, so it can experience life, how everything feels like, how everything sounds like, how everything tastes like, we understand that we are still energy, which is experiencing itself, so we can evolve and upgrade our way of perceiving life. If you feel that way, it means that you are already a part of that fifth dimensional earth. So it means that you're feeling more alive, you feel more energy than matter, which means that self-healing is much easier. Elevating your emotional state is much easier. And if we just think about it, whatever is stored within us is stored in a certain emotion. And because emotion is energy in motion, it means that this energy in motion is stuck at a certain area of our lives. And if challenges are constantly repeating in your life, it means that those challenges are reminding you that there's a block within you which you need to resolve. And if you want to resolve that block within you, you need to recognize a lesson in the challenge which is constantly repeating. So what a certain challenge is teaching you. And we will go later to it. So the fifth sign that you can recognize is that you're drawn more to natural food. When it comes to food choices, you're picking more of natural foods. Like something would be attracting you towards it more than ever. Now I'm talking from my personal experiences, because it's not like if you want to awaken yourself, you need to eat that kind of a food. It's your choice. It's your free choice. But I've recognized in my life that at a certain level, I've just started thinking, well, I want to quit eating meat. I want to try more of those things. So I started making those green juices every single morning. And I started experiencing more of that great energy. I've become even more creative than ever. And I've started feeling better and better than ever before. So it's my process. I went through it. And I'm not saying that you need to quit certain food, that you will experience that. It happened to me. And many people are saying that, but it's all about free will. So if you're feeling drawn more to that natural food, it means that you're already a part of that fifth dimensional earth. If we go a little bit into different ancient traditions, many different tribes were living based on saying live food will give you life, dead food will give you death, will lower down your vibration. And there's a lot of truth in that saying. So it's our choice to truly connect with our bodies and recognize what feels good, what is truly giving me life. The next sign is that you are solving challenges through your inner work. That's what we were talking before about challenges. If challenges are constantly repeating in your life, it means that there's a certain block within you. So in fifth dimensional earth, it doesn't mean that there is no challenges. We need challenges to grow and to evolve. Soul needs them. But the difference is that we are reacting towards them a little bit differently. We are not complaining anymore. We are not blaming our environment and people around us that those things are repeating in our lives. We go within and we ask ourselves, what is still unsolved within me? What things are triggering certain emotional states? For example, what is triggering fear within me? What is triggering anger within me? What is triggering stress within me? And by asking those questions, we will recognize the source of that trigger, Once we recognize the source, we can accept it. We can say it's okay. Maybe it's a certain program from your past. Maybe there's something that your parents were afraid, and because you're still holding that program within you, you're afraid of the same things, but once you accept them, you say it's okay to feel that. You're releasing the block, and suddenly you will experience a greater love for that thing, and suddenly you will recognize that you're not afraid of it anymore. Have love for yourself, my friends. Treat yourself more kindly. Because fear is okay, anger is okay. Don't run away from it. Go deeper into it. So you will recognize that maybe it's just a shadow of a small thing. You know, shadow always looks bigger from the distance. But then you get closer to it and you recognize that there's just a small thing we need to improve, or we need to get into it to recognize that it's all okay. It's okay to feel that way. If you feel that way, if you are getting deeper and deeper to your fears and anger and all this stored emotion, you're releasing the blocks. And that's a great sign that you're already on that fifth dimensional earth. The next sign is that you're more often connecting yourself with the nature. You understand that when you feel low vibrations, you can go into nature and you will be recharged. You can lay down a little bit under the trees, or you can walk barefoot, or you can go swimming into the ocean or into a river, or you can just hug a tree or look at the birds and just connect with all the action that is happening around you. You will connect onto the vibration of the earth, and that's truly healing vibration. A Mother Gaia is constantly healing us if we are just able to connect to its vibration. So again, it's a free choice. We can't receive that healing if we are constantly separating ourselves from being a part of the earth. Once we recognize that we are connected, we get to that vibration of nature, and as soon as we connect to it, we receive that great healing, the acceptance, the great creative energy. So many times when I feel low vibrations, I go outside and I download more inspiration for my next projects, my next paintings, my next videos. It always happens that way. So if you are connecting more often with nature, it means that you're already a part of that fifth dimensional consciousness. And I'm truly happy for you. Go outside, hug a tree, lay down a little bit and just relax. Just become present and enjoy it. Like breathe in and breathe out and just be. The next sign is that you feel connected with everything. You feel that oneness. And this one is truly connected with the previous sign. And this one can teach us, can show us how connected we truly are. If you just close your eyes right now and imagine yourself being at your favorite place, wherever it is, just imagine yourself being there. And now look around you. What do you see? Is there a presence of certain people or certain things? Whatever can you feel, try to hear anything or try to sense anything. You will see that your body will start experiencing like you're there right now. It's a great connection. Even if we are not physically there, we sense like we are there. It's a great sign that we are not separated from anything. Our mind can wander and we are connected to all the places at all the times. There was a great study made at HeartMath Institute where two people were measured by scientists to prove how connected we are. So one person started creating heart coherence within his body, And heart coherence is a state where heart starts beating at rhythmical waves. And usually we experience it once we elevate the emotions of gratitude, love, care, appreciation. So once that person started elevating those emotions and his heart went into that coherent state, now that person placed his attention to another person with same emotions, and after some time the other person started experiencing heart coherence as well. So it was all measured by scientists, and it's a great sign or proof how connected we are. So just imagine what would happen if you would elevate those emotions right now, and you've expand your awareness through whole world. So you would like create a bubble of light which is generating from your heart, and it is hugging a whole planet with the emotions of gratitude, appreciation, love, and joy for life. You're creating now a heart coherence for the whole planet. And we can learn that it's not enough just to meditate on that. We need to embody it, because once we stop doing that, we fall back into that victimization mode. We fall back into a stressful environment and we start reacting. So we need to embody that state, and we need to become an example of that. So the next time when you go into a grocery store and maybe a person there is mean to you, show them compassion, show them love, because you know they need it the most right now. And that's a great representation how to bring that 5D consciousness to the world. Be an example of that change, be an example of that greatness, and that's a great solution. The next sign is that you are feeling weird. So why we feel weird? We feel weird because a part of ourselves is dying. If we were living all our lives on a certain level of awareness that we are victims of circumstances, that we need to achieve certain things to feel certain way, that we need to do those things as all other people are doing to be accepted in the world, and suddenly we find out that everything is already within me, that all I need to do is to elevate my state, to visualize my future, and to take action towards it, and I will change my life. It's a whole new paradigm. It's a whole new way we start living our lives, and we start meditating, and we start calming down our brain, and our body starts experiencing a whole another vibrational frequencies, more calm, more coherent states. Of course it feels weird, like it's a whole new way of living. So if you feel weird here and there, it's all good, it's all okay. You're waking up and you're like teaching your body for a new way of living. So it's all okay. Even when we move into a new space to live in, maybe move into a new home, into a new house or whatever, it's weird at the beginning, or you've bought a new car or whatever. At the beginning it's kind of weird, but then we get used to it, and we can see the benefit of it, and we can see how better it is, and so on. So feeling weird is all okay. And the last sign that you can recognize is that you feel more love for yourself than ever before. You're taking more time to treat yourself better than ever before. This is truly beautiful, because if we want to be an example of change, an example of that great expression of love and compassion, we need to have love for ourselves, and we need to truly show love to ourselves. And we need to be more kind to ourselves. We need to accept ourselves. We need to go deeper into all the tension and everything that is still blocking us, like we were talking a lot about today. If you feel a greater level of love for yourself than ever before, it means that your consciousness is evolving and you're already part of that new earth, as we call it. So this is it for today, my friends. I'm sending you love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and see you soon. One love.